All right, short update here on the Suchir Balaji case, the AI whistleblower for ChatGPT, OpenAI against Sam Altman and the goons over there in San Francisco for the murder-suicide cover-up. So did a couple videos on it. I'll post it at the end. You can check it out on the background if you aren't familiar with the case. But it's he blew the whistle on OpenAI, ChatGPT, saying that they're a for-profit entity. Well, they started as a nonprofit when he started building the code, and he's one of the geniuses behind the implementation of ChatGPT. So he blew the whistle on. New York Times article came out and saying it was for profit, and what they were doing was copyright violations. Boom, he goes back to his apartment shortly thereafter, goes on a short little vacation, comes back, goes out and has orders food at his apartment, eats the food, apparently gets blacked out drunk on 2.4% blood alcohol level, and then GHB in his system, and then blows his brains out like this. Blood's going this way, body's moved. Kids, basically getting offered over, I think it was $900,000 at one job, another job like $1 million a year. The kid was killing it. He was a young prodigy, genius, happy life. Apparently his friends, he's not, it's just an absolute cover up. All right. Now the mom, she filed a mandate in San Francisco Superior Court because the police are not giving her the records that they're required to give her under Public Records Act requests, which are like body cam footage, all the evidence, the investigation that they never did. Supposedly they did this great investigation and they found out it was a suicide, excuse me. So she wants all the investigative evidence. Who did you talk to make this determination about the suicide? You never talked to us. So wouldn't that make sense? I'm the parents. Wouldn't you ask me if, his mom's thinking like, why didn't they contact me and say, was your kid depressed? Oh, they didn't want to do that. Did they contact any of his friends? No. And they're not releasing this because there isn't any. It's just a massive cover up. That's what she's compelling them to do. And I want the records and show me everything. Now, the San Francisco finally filed into the case, and they filed what's called a request for stipulation and order for the judge to sign. That was just this week, allowing them an extension of time to respond. That's good news. That means that the two attorneys are talking. So the city attorney and Mrs. Porina Ramano, Suchir Balaji's mother, the attorney for her, are talking. And they're communicating about, let's see about giving you guys a little more time to get your documents together. The hope is that they can just release all the evidence so that the judge doesn't have to make a ruling. This is a waste of time. You either produce the records or you say that we don't have any records. We didn't do any investigations. And that's ultimately what they're going to probably end up finding, is that we didn't do any investigations. We really don't know why we called it a suicide. That was a little premature. Oops, we messed up. We made a mistake. That wasn't a suicide at all. We shouldn't have said that. When there's a determination of a death, there's got to be an investigation. And that's what they're after. All those records show the investigation. Why the quick determination of the suicide? What's the rush? Why does the city have to make such a rush determination when there's so much more evidence of a murder? Wouldn't you want to find the murderer? Let's find out who, if there's a murderer, let's catch the guy. That's major. Well, unless it was on the inside. Wait a second. Maybe if it was an insider, that's kind of problematic. You mean it might have been an inside job? Oh man, that's not good. So Mayor Louis and Sam Altman, they need to come out and make statements. Mayor Louis needs to make a statement. I'm calling him out and be like, look, city of San Francisco, shame on you for not getting this information to this lady on the records request. This is important information. Show the investigation you did. Oh, shame on you if you didn't do an investigation. Then say you didn't. All right? And then begin the investigation and remove your finding of suicide and say, all right, it's not a suicide. It was a murder. Now we're going to find out what happened. Who did this? So that's what we want to see happen and reverse all this. So at least there's some progress in the case. The attorneys are now working and they're up to something. We'll see what that is. Never trust attorneys. They have the old riddle about, what was that? What was the old riddle about? A good attorney is something about, I don't want to say it. It's probably not appropriate for a public statement, but it's an old joke. So yeah, never trust an attorney. And if you're a young guy watching my channel, and you never been through attorneys yet, well, you'll learn. Just go ahead and get yourself an attorney, pay him a bunch of money. You'll learn. You'll see. Never trust them. All right. And let's get some justice for this poor kid, Ben. He's his mother and his family. And ultimately, I want to see cleaning up of San Francisco. And it starts with corruption. The corruption needs to be cleaned up. I mean, this is the heart of the beast right here. So we got to get this cleaned up. So anyway, it's just a short update on the Suchir Balaji case, OpenAI, Whistleblower. Post my other videos here at the end. You can check them out. I'll see you at the top later. This is Gavin.